So, I went ahead and did this political test that seems popular in internet land right now. Basically, it takes you through 6 pages of proposals, social and economic, and depending on how you answer, you end up somewhere on this large square made up of 4 smaller squares. So you have the economic scale, which goes from left to right, and you have the social scale going from top to bottom, or authoritarian at the top to libertarian at the bottom. I'll link to the test in the description if you're interested. At the top you have left authoritarian, red box, right authoritarian, blue box. You'll find Stalin on the far left, and riding high as an authoritarian, unsurprisingly. On the right you have people like Hitler, Augusto Pinochet, Margaret Thatcher, although Thatcher wasn't quite as authoritarian as Hitler, but Thatcher is further to the right on the economic scale, as would be Ronald Reagan, I would think. Anyway, I wound up in the green box, pretty much dead centre. That's left libertarian, apparently. I count myself as a leftist liberal. I came close to where Mahatma Gandhi falls on the scale. So yeah. For my part, I favour free choice, free speech, environmentalism, world peace, voluntary regional cooperation, and I oppose scumfuck control freaks on both the left and the right. I like that on this political compass test they point out that anarchism on the site, they point out that anarchism isn't a movement which exists exclusively on the left. There are many groups of self-identified anarchists who, on this scale test, as on other tests, you would place on the right wing. Yeah. I've had a couple of run-ins with national anarchists before, been critical of this movement, and received a fair bit of heat or blowback because of it. To give you a taster, if you will, assuming you haven't done the test but were thinking about it, the first page starts off with questions relating to the world and your country. It's a basic attempt to establish the lens through which you see things. So it's propositions like, I'd always support my country whether it was right or wrong, or no one chooses his or her country of birth, so it's foolish to be proud of it, or our race has many superior qualities compared to other races, or the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and so on like that. And later on you get the social and economic propositions, and then propositions relating to religion. So you have 4 choices for each proposition. You strongly disagree, or you just disagree, or you agree, or you strongly agree. I suppose for my part, I think this test is alright. It's kind of informative about where an individual stands in a basic, foundational to intermediate sort of way, but it could be more in depth. I would say this model has the potential to be developed into something better, a test which gives a broader range of propositions resulting in a broader picture. But a far better, more interesting and potentially informative way of getting to know where a person stands is to sit down with them, ask them questions, let them tell you a few stories, get to know them, listen and learn. See you next time, folks.